Today we're going to try using this palette to do my entire face, basically my base routine. This palette from Makeup Forever has everything from foundations, concealers, blushes, highlight, contour. So we're going to try it. We're going to put it to the test and see what everything looks like. We're going to get started with color correcting, and I'm going to go ahead and use the orange shade right here. I'm using my finger to place the product, and then I'm going to use a brush to blend it out. I'm not sure the best way to use this palette since I haven't used a palette like this probably ever. I feel like maybe when I was really young, you know, those like fake makeup kits, but definitely not like, I definitely have not used like a professional palette like this. This color corrector looks very orange, but it actually blends out really nice. There are two versions of this palette. This one is called Harmony 2. Pretty sure it says tan to deep on the website. I do feel like they can go a little deeper with the colors. Next, we're gonna get into like a concealer. For my concealer, we have like this shade and maybe this shade here. Maybe we could try mixing these two. Yeah, this is way too light. So we're gonna use this shade for concealer. That's this shade right here. Oh, it looks really good. I actually like this color a lot. It looks very natural, like very effortless, like everyday, you know? It looks like a nice everyday color. Don't forget the chin. I'm gonna go in with foundation next. So I have these two shades to kind of work with, and I think one is supposed to be a bronze. Yeah, that's a bronzer. So I'm gonna have to use the concealer shade. I'm gonna have to use the concealer shade and maybe mix in the bronzer somehow. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, this is like way too light. Hopefully with the bronzer we can kind of resurrect this. We're gonna go with the first color right here. I'm gonna mix the two colors together. I'm gonna mix these two to try to create a better foundation match. That is the point of the palette anyway, to mix things together to create the color that you need. We're working with something here. Okay, so we're gonna add some more concealer. So for concealer, I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade right here, which is way light, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of this shade to it, and then we're gonna blend it. I feel like something's happening here. I feel like it's coming together. I'm gonna take the deepest color and use a brush. I'm gonna use this as my bronzer. So I'm gonna just re-blend this, and I'm gonna set it because I don't want it to crease too much. I'm using the Haus Labs powder to set. I'm gonna set under here as well. We still have blushes and highlight to play around with, but so far I feel like this is pretty nice. Before I do blush, I'm going to use the contour shade to just carve my nose a bit. These are the two blush shades. They're actually very similar. I think I'm gonna use both. I'm just gonna mix them together. I'm gonna use the sponge for these as well. I just feel like it might be the easiest way to apply them. So yeah. And then we have the highlighter, so I'm going to use a little bit of that. Ooh. I'm going to use the Benefit pencil to fill my brows in. The Precisely My Brow pencil. I'm just throwing on a little bit of mascara to kind of finish off the look. I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. Alright, and then we're going to do lip liner. We're using Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, and then I'm gonna just use some gloss. I'm gonna use the Lancome Juicy Tube in the color Hallucination. Okay, so this is the look. Thoughts on this palette? I feel like they definitely can add a couple more shades for this palette, so basically one a little deeper and maybe one even deeper than that. Even though you can mix the colors, I feel like I needed something else to mix in to create a better like foundation base match. Concealer wise is fine for me. It's just the foundation. I feel like I can definitely I feel like with the foundation I can definitely use a different color to just help it blend and match a little better. I do think a deeper version would be great, but even with that, I'm not so sure that this is something that I would say is an everyday type of product. I feel like this is great for a makeup artist, somebody who's doing makeup on other people. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do you think it's very practical? Would you like using something like this? Do you think that with better shades maybe you would like using it? Yeah, what are your thoughts on it? I just wanted to play around and have some fun with makeup today. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.